Now going over to the business blunder of the day, you have Citi fat finger sale of 444 billion instead of the intended, what was it, 50 or 70 million? Now, this is first brought to us thanks to Kate Chapman over at LinkedIn News. And they say that Citigroup is also being fined over their fat finger trade. Now, they know that Citigroup has agreed to pay 79 million in fines to UK regulators over a fat finger trading error 2 years ago that resulted in a sudden sell-off of European stocks from Paris to Warsaw. A London-based trader working from home on a public holiday tried to sell 58 million in in stocks, but mistakenly entered an order worth of $444 billion. I want to say this might be the best example of why work from home isn't good. I'm only partially kidding, but yeah, was this person inebriated by drinking Bud Light or something? How do you make that much of a mistake? Especially because the 58, like 4 on the keyboard, like 444 billion. 58, I mean, the keys they're pretty far away. They note that about 1.4 billion in equities were sold before the order was canceled. At one point, Bloomberg reported at the time the trade wiped out nearly 325 billion in capital. They note that Citigroup systems were poorly designed and is real-time monitoring ineffective. The UK Financial Conduct Authority said in a statement earlier Tuesday, the bank, which disputed none of the findings, has been working to overhaul its technology and systems since. This is perhaps the greatest, fiscally speaking, one of the greatest human errors in history. There's a joke in IT where people used to say, something's wrong with the network or something's wrong with something's wrong with technology. But usually one of the biggest issues of technology is the human error, because again, humans are by their very nature inherently imperfect. Yeah, I can't imagine having a bigger. Yeah, that's the biggest business blunder of the year, fiscally speaking, past couple of years. I mean, Bud Light lost $1.4 billion in sales. That was bad. I mean, imagine if this went through. I mean, I'm pretty sure with their asset to debt ratio, they probably would be out of business. But if they were actually to go through on that loss for the sale of 444 billion. And now, granted, it's just a slap on the wrist in terms of the total monetary value, 79 million based on their total assets. But nevertheless, having an employee with access and ability, there wasn't parameters or safeguards put in place, like a big warning label jumping on the screen saying, hey, are you sure you want to do this trade? Are you sure? This is the actual amount. Did you mean to do this? Like, just a rudimentary, even just a pop-up clarification would have saved them, again, well, this fine at $79 million rather. So, at the end of the day, not having policies in place to prevent this, as well as the employee actually making this happen, and now this big fine. I can say, Citi, that is certainly the business blunder of the day. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, leaving a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.